Got myself a cup of tea this time. The problem is taken care of. Okay, so you know what? I'll be frank. I don't remember what I just said just now. But yeah, again, when you look at Oshinoko, it is a sprinkle of Madoka Magica and also Love Life, right? Any sort of idol. If I know there's a show called Idol Masters, I heard that it's a special series because the idol show, i.e., Idol Masters, is animated fully on 2D. I don't know how real is that. If anyone were to watch, do leave me in the comments to tell me if it's true, if so, and if it's also interesting. Maybe possibly better than Love Life. I would check it out. That's a very big statement to say. Because I really like Love Life. So let's see if it does come up to the plane. All right. So watching Oshinoko and also reading Oshinoko, it is such a very, very interesting experience. I don't know, like I don't think me talking this in a few videos would cut it, right? And I know a lot of you who have not only watched the first two episodes, I bet some of you went out of your way to read the manga, right? And let's be frank, 115 chapters isn't that much, and if some of you who want to continue where we left off, because we're in two episodes right now. Thing is, in a way, it's kind of terrifying with the pace that we're going. No, never mind. I take that back. It's not that terrifying because the first episode, the duration is 1 hour and 30 minutes, and the second episode is like a normal episode, just 20 minutes. And with the 2 episode time span, it has adapted 14 chapters. The thing is, it was famously known that Nanatsu no Taizai, an anime called The Seven Deadly Sins, 24 episodes they have adapted more than 100 chapters, right? So it's quite terrifying that just 24 episodes alone, they're able to cover that much ground of chapters, right? I think with an anime like with the manga like Oshinoko to adapt tons of chapters at one in one episode, I don't think that's a smart move. And judging by how they manage the episodes and everything, I feel like they have a lot of content to adapt on. So I feel like that's fine, and you know what, they should really take their time adapting the manga, and I hope, okay, I really hope that the anime does a Kimetsu no Yaiba, which I'll get into a bit. But trying to trickle back aside again, if anyone wants to read the manga, I know I'm repeating, but I just want to say that um, continue off from chapter 14 because episode 2 is chapter 1 until 13. If anyone wants to continue on from the anime, 14 until the very end. That's if you guys are interested. And guess what? Even with the current chapter that we're in, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. And I from here on out, I feel like this is a spoiler lane, right? I gotta warn everyone that one. I'm very sorry, okay? But I don't think I'll be that in depth, because it's a chill review. Heck, I'm gonna call it chill review. Okay, so there's so many things to talk about, right? So we have the appearances of the twins' dad, right? Which his name is Hikari Minami. I don't know. Hiraku Minami. I think that's his name. Hiraku Minami, and yeah, till now, the man is still a murderer. The man literally worked with this one famous actress, and by the description that we recently got, apparently she was a very good actress. And before she wants to act in one role, she said she wants like a 1 month break, and all of a sudden, as she wants to hike up a mountain, yeah, basically, and I don't think she accidentally fell off. This man tumbled the lady. It has to be. Even though the manga didn't show it, and even though the guys, oh yeah, be careful. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, you definitely murdered the lady. Oh man, like this man, he just doesn't stop killing, and it's so scary, man. Like because when it comes to like idol culture in Japan, it is still strong. Like, yeah, sure, there's a lot of anime that does like the you could say um, hmm, surface level adapting with idol shows and stuff. However, make no mistake, in Japan, it's still a thriving culture. Like, the loyalty that the fans have with their favorite Oshis and their favorite like idol bands, even despite being underground, is so strong. So when I see all of these very crazy instances and possible risks that idols take, I'm not gonna lie. If I feel like if I was an idol, and I know that's the thing I have to go through, damn, probably working at retail ain't so bad, like, god damn, like that's so terrifying, to know there's people that have these twisted thoughts and like, oh man, it's just so crazy, right? So that's number one. The dad is up to no good. uh, and apparently there's more secrets that has yet to be unfold, probably would be shown very soon in the manga. And the reason why is because the mother, what's her name again? I guess I'm just like her. I suck at names. Her name is her name I forgot her name. I can't believe it. Yeah, her name's I. Yeah, apparently she created two discs. She created two discs, and I think each disc is respected to each of the twins. Right, maybe giving like them the message that they need to hear, maybe something within I's life that is very essential for the twins. Yeah, it's that is also very fascinating. That is also very fascinating. Yeah, there's just so many things. There's just so many things that's going up in the recent chapters. But I'll be frank. I don't think talking about the recent chapters is anything to care about, because it's a lot of setup, right? Like, if I were to tell all of you guys like what's going on right now, right? Like, you would be left off with more questions than answers, right? Because we have the actress that just got killed by hiking with this man, which I think is also the husband, the original husband of I. And we have like this two disc and also a potential movie, a documentary per se, of the twins' life and how the murder of I happens and stuff. So that is one to think about as well. And I guess we could also talk about like uh, Akami Kana. Yeah, that's her name, Akami Kana, best girl, by the way. Her and her decision to leave the idol group. Potentially, personally for me, I don't want her to leave the idol group. I feel like she is pretty good. Like, yeah, sure, her her colleagues are leagues of their own, right? They are like, they live for this. Like, we have like this one member, despite being old of age, but at heart and will very young, very powerful, right? In case in stage performing, and also just being the heart. People, they say like, oh, best girl is this and that, but you know what? I feel like everyone doesn't give love to the cat face girl. I say that, but I don't remember the name. I'm very sorry about that, but she is definitely, the crazy. She's insane, and I like her. She's insane in the way where like her mental fortitude to not only be like the senior, the sister of this very sporadic group, but also she's the she's the chain. She's the glue that brings everything together despite any sort of hurdles come about them. When I find it to be so good. And yeah, and I don't know. I just like her youthful self. Very, I don't know. I find it to be very very cute and very awesome. Oh man, man. If there's anything that I really am very interested about within the manga is yeah, basically Akemi Kana's take on whether or not she wants to pursue her idol career, or she just wants to continue acting. 'Cause I know she's really good at acting. There is nothing to be said about that. Heck, she was even bouncing off, ricocheting the vibes between the main actor during the theater arc, which is a very cool arc. Oh man, if there's, I feel that the theater arc, whenever it gets adapted, whoo, man, that'll be sick. That'd be awesome. That'll be really awesome because because when I was reading it, I was like, God damn, this is so much stuff to unpack, and it's just very very cool to just see as it all happened. The thing is, right, when you read a manga, right, there's limitations to what manga can do. Say for example, if this manga shows about music, the only thing that it can show is just how the music performers or the singers um, sing or perform in a very you could say cool manner, but we can't hear nor can we see how it's performed. And if it does get adapted in anime very soon, that'll be great, that'll be awesome, because I am interested to see how are they going to adapt that, right? Now, speaking about adaptations, since I did mention about like Kimetsu no Yaiba style of anime, because let's be frank, and if there's any problem that I have with Oshi no Ko, there's so much info. There's so much info. I remember there's that one chapter. There's that one chapter where they talk about like how we need to, if let's just say if you're in the entertainment side, you gotta know these managers and stuff, and you gotta build bonds and stuff. And it was just text everywhere, and that's fine, because you want the audience to catch up to speed and stuff. But it's just so much. It really felt like I was reading a book, So I literally had to activate my Weep Sharingan and actually skim through it like Flash. So I uh, I don't know. I hope that the anime does the show and much more of the show and tell, right? But less of the tell. And I know that's a hot take. I know that's a hot take, but like Kaguya-sama did the same. Kaguya-sama when the anime was adapted, because when I read the manga, and I read the manga from start too, Kaguya-sama, and I've read the manga multiple times. Kaguya-sama, especially in the anime, the reason why it's better because they know how to adapt it, like by just showing, not much on telling. Yeah, they tell, but not as much as how the manga does it. So I wish that's the case, because I feel that with how, as much as I enjoyed my time reading the manga of Oshinoko, I can't help but to feel like there's so much like inside info of the entertainment side of things, and which is cool. I am definitely much more informed than an old Afik. However, I wish there's less, because there are some stuff like, oh, this is so epic, and all of a sudden there's like text galore, and I'm like, oh man, so I want like a Kimetsu no Yaiba or like a Kaguya-sama-esque adaptation where it's much more on the showing side of things. Because hey, this ain't no action anime, right? So I don't think that the animators will have an issue on that one. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I feel like the anime voice actors are gonna have a hard time, because imagine voice acting on how to suck at acting, because there will come a time where they'll try to they'll try to touch on about like the nuances of acting and stuff, and because some people suck at acting, imagine voice acting that you suck at voice acting, or like voice acting that you can be better at acting. Like, that's so crazy, because voice acting in of itself is acting. So and if anyone were to disagree, we can debate outside, man. Love you too. Yeah, but yeah, I think there's much more to be said about this. The video is longer than it needs to be. Yeah, again, I'm gonna do a part 1, part 2. I mean, hey, there's gonna be more parts to come, because Oshinoko is pretty cool. And hey, this review, this is a chillax review. Nothing too serious. Just a little bit spoilery. I know. And hey, and let's just say, if some of you were to stick by despite not knowing what's going on in the anime, or maybe you don't know about the show at all or the manga at all, hey, this is a good time to read it. I don't think I did a really good job explaining on how things started and ended and what's in the middle and stuff. I feel like if there's any time to start, now's the time. So, yeah, a great show showing off the entertainment side of things, and uh, I don't know. I just feel like because episode 1 and episode 2 did such a good job, such a good job. So, oh man, like I'm not gonna lie, the reason I'm starting this video because I just feel empty, man. Like, if anyone wants to talk about Oshinoko, leave them in the comments, and yeah,